G'day yoga lovers, it's Mike at Deep Yoga Studio. This is our first things first video, and this practice, which we call Pratyahara, is something that I want you to practice every day for the rest of your life. We begin all our yoga classes by doing this sequence. This is a guided relaxation, and this is how we learn how to train the mind and relax the body. So I should point out that there's two consistent things we can rely on, and that is our pulse, our heart rate, and our breath. So those two things are consistent, they are always going, and that's what we want to focus on. And in yoga, it's no surprise that they invite us to focus on our breath and our pulse, because it trains the brain to seek out and look for things that are certain and clear and consistent and grounding and real, okay? And what that then happens is, in our daily life, we don't look for the uncertainties and the instability and all the things we don't want. We look for the things that we do want, which is consistency, groundedness, reliability, all those sorts of things. So they were very smart, the yogis, back in the day. So that's what we do in all our yoga classes to prepare the body. The science is really amazing, because when we control the breath, we do have a controlling of the mind, or a pacifying of the mind. It becomes more coherent. When we focus on our pulse, the pulse becomes more coherent and stable. So the breath and the pulse and the heart rate, if you like being paid attention to, and the health benefits are fantastic. So I want you to practice this every day for the rest of your life, but also we'll do this in the beginning of every yoga class, which will be starting at 5:30 on Tuesday the 31st. But I want you to do this practice every day with me until that time, at least, as a minimum, until we start doing movement and stretches and stuff like that. So I'll first get you to lie down in front of the TV or the computer, however you're finding it. Just a yoga mat or a towel is completely fine. And what we want to do is have our knees bent, the soles of the feet are on the mat. The hips are in flexion, which means the lower back is imprinted or closer to the mat. And this actually stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. It's pretty rare for the spine to be fully supported in this way, so it's very, very therapeutic for the nervous system and the muscles. So what we want to do is keep the head on the mat or pillow and slide the chin towards the chest. And what we're going to do is clear the throat through the nose. You can do that again. Now the part of the throat we cleared, we restrict to form what we call our Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi sounds like a happy Darth Vader. Do this with me. So you'll notice, keep breathing as I speak, that the breath becomes longer and finer. It's a really creamy, smooth consistency. And what this does, this is actually a micro vibration breath, which immediately triggers the parasympathetic nervous system. It tickles the nerves in the sinus palate. So already a lot of you will probably feel relaxed already, or a little bit less tense. And we can increase the effectiveness of it and trigger the parasympathetic nervous system more by stretching out the vagus nerve. So I keep breathing. On the next inhale, I want you to inhale so much that you stretch the belly and the belly pops out. And then exhale out. In. Out. Keep going, in. And what you want to do is stretch the belly. Now what this does is it stretches the vagus nerve, the largest relaxation nerve in the body, exhale. And it will start from behind the left ear, through the neck, clavicle, chest, lung, belly, and into the groin on the left there. Which is why when we have a really big delicious meal and our belly's extended, we feel relaxed and sleepy, because we've stretched that vagus nerve. So you can do that with the breath. Keep going. Feels good. Keep going. Even elongate it more by restricting the base of the throat in. So every inhale, keep breathing. Every inhale we pull in beautiful, fresh, raw material in the form of atoms, which is beautiful for the immune system. The body savours what it wants. Every exhale we expel trillions, literally trillions of atoms of once reliable, helpful atoms that can be shared by someone else. So there's this beautiful exchange of raw material, which is really important. They call that prana. And this increases the normal exchange. We do this every waking and sleeping moment of our life, this exchange, this breathing. But by doing this consciously and deeply, we increase that, 1,000-fold, which is really good for the immune system. Keep going, guys. And breathing normally, keep the ujjayi there, nice and soft, and just breathing normally. What I'm going to invite you to do now is just see if you can find your pulse in the body. See if you can track it down and see if you can just find your pulse. The most obvious is the left side where the heart is, but you might be able to feel it in your extremities as well. Just get fascinated with your breath, your pulse. This is your life force. Breathing normally, softly. So it's really therapeutic to get fascinated with your breath and your pulse, already feeling a little more relaxed. That spine is loving that support. The legs elevated gives the heart a break. We're focusing on the two most reliable things in our life, which is our breath and our pulse. It doesn't get better than this. We'll do a body scan in a second. So what I want you to do with your mind's eye, keeping your eyes closed, keeping the head and back of the neck nice and long, I want you to bring your awareness to the big toes of both feet. Big toes of both feet. And then from the big toes, drawing a line through the arches to the heels, and then outer edges of the feet to the little toes, and the tips of the rest of toes, circles around the soles of the feet. Starting a spiral, a healing spiral, a spiral full of appreciation for every inch of our body, even the bits we might not like. We're just absolutely showing absolute appreciation for every inch of our body. Keep your eyes closed. And then see if you can feel the pulse in the veins, tops of feet, spiraling up to the tops of feet and then ankles. Spiraling around the ankles and then spiraling up our shins and calves. It's like a white or golden light, whatever appeals to you. Having absolute appreciation for every part of your body. Calves sort of melt away from the bone, hammocking off the insertion points behind the knee and ankle. And then knees, spiraling around your knees, feeling healing white light. And then spiraling down thighs and hamstrings. Again, hamstrings soften, thighs roll out wide. And then pulling your awareness into your hips, your lower back, your buttocks, lower back, appreciating that full support from the earth underneath. Belly soft. And then middle back imprints, lower back imprints, diaphragm lifts on the exhale. So the diaphragm softening, the rib cage softening, the lungs soft, chest expansive, upper back imprints. And the neck beautifully long, the jaw is soft. The tongue rests usually on the roof of the mouth. Eyes falling away from the eyelids into their sockets. Brow bone soft. The scalp soft, everything's soft, so fully inhabiting your body. So your breath and your pulse can roam freely through your body. Stay there, eyes closed. And you may find that when we relax the body in this way, that we can feel our pulse a little more, perhaps a bit clearer, a little softer. There's always a part of ourselves, our spirit, that remains completely untouched by outside events. And that's the part that has all the guidance, all the answers, all the reassurance, the centeredness, the groundedness that we seek at this point in time. And by consciously relaxing in this way, we improve our immune system. So we're draining stress out of the body. We're allowing the body, which is naturally born to relax, to drain out any stress, any adrenal response, any fear, any doubt. Just let it drain out on the exhale. And appreciating the health that we have, the vibrancy, it's all there, the lightness. Now guys, you can stay in this pose, enjoying your breath and your pulse, and really owning the ease that you've created. You created this, guys. What you did was actually, you didn't train the body to relax. You actually lay down and remain still so the body can do what it's born to do, which is relax you. We want to allow the body a chance to relax you. Okay. Alright guys, so you stay as long as you like. Stay lying down a little longer. And I'll remind all of you just to practice this every day. What we just did, or what you're doing, you're remaining to do now, or still doing, is absolutely the greatest gift you can give yourself. I will see you soon, and namaste.